Today we're going to do something to these plants that a lot of people have a hard time doing. Now, this plant is 4 months old. We took this cutting early spring and it's rooted in and we got it potted up. So these plants are right at a year or a little over a year old. So they're rooting in very nicely, and you may be thinking, let's put these in the landscape. And you could if you have a watering system, but it takes a lot of water when you first put these plants out. What we're going to do to help this plant out, which a lot of people does not like to do, we're going to prune this plant. You can see how this plant has one long leader coming up. Now this one does have one coming up on the side from the root, which is good. But this one, we want it to bush out. So what we're going to do is come right in here and cut the top of this off. And so what happens right here, 2 more shoots will come off of this. You can see where it's starting to bud just a little bit here already. And this will take one central leader and turn it into 2 and make a more bushier plant. Now, once you made the cutting, the next thing that we're going to do on this plant is we're going to take and give it just a little bit of fertilizer. Now, this is in a mixture of compost and soil conditioner, but it's been in this pot since it was up potted, so we're going to give it a little extra nutrients, and then this will go back in to the hoop house under the watering system. Here's our cutting that we took off of it. So we're going to use these to make new plants. So you want to go right in here and make that cut. And so you will get to this point. This top one will have 2 leaves. And then take the big leaf and cut it so you make your cutting like that. So we pruned the plant back, helping it bush out and make a sturdier, fuller plant. And by doing so, we ended up with 3 new cuttings off that one plant. Now, I use a rooting hormone, and we will get them dipped into the rooting hormone and let it soak in just a minute, and then we're off to the propagation frame with those. Now it was hard for me to take these cuttings on this plant because we worked so hard and so excited that we got it to this point. But once you do it and you make that cutting and you see this plant bush out and become a much fuller plant, you will be glad you did. So you just have to give it a try and look at it this way. You're getting new plants by helping your other plant. There's another cut. So we have pruned 2 plants back to get a fuller plant from it, and we have ended up with 6 new plants that we can put into the propagation frame. So that's just another way of multiplying your plants that you have. Now, if you're just doing this for, expanding your landscape, either way, but in my experience, I have found that if you will wait till your 2nd year to put these out, if you propagated them, they will do so much better. I did a lot this spring, and we have watered and watered and watered, and they're still struggling, and we lost some. So if you're going to propagate your plants, or you have, and you're to this point, prune them back and make them a bushier plant. Alright, so we're going to go to propagation frame, or wherever you're starting your cuttings at, and we're just going to take these and push them down into the soil, just like we did the other ones that we started. Now I've added this mist system to it. I have it on a timer. We have been in a drought, and we've had very, very little rain over the last 2 months. So just putting this on to help them out. So we pruned back these, and we got free plants. If you haven't seen the video on where we started all these, I'll put a link below. Get out there and grow something, guys. Expand your landscape. It's easy to do. So if you'll prune them back, it'll be beneficial to the plant so it can bunch out, and you will enjoy it too. Guys, thanks for watching.